morning. My name is Linda.
Hi, I couldn't remember what Golf Worlds we did last week with Sissy, so I'm starting with this one and then going to the next and the next and the next. Well, hopefully it won't turn, because I dropped my other controller battery, so I can't charge it because I can't find it. Oh, right there, okay. How did it drop way over there? Okay. I'm sorry. This was supposed to be seamless, just like it always is. Obviously it wasn't, but it was supposed to be. There. Oh, and good news, I got done with that chapter I was working on. Oops. Okay, so I got done with that chapter I was working on. And then I started working on the next one, and what the heck? Yeah, it's cheating. I got in like 4 times. Well, actually, this is the one where we might want the whooshies. Okay. There. Okay. You know, if I'm gonna miss, bogeys aren't that bad. Oh no! Because the hole that I need to go to is over there somewhere. I think. Yeah. Anyway, I thought we would do the ones that we didn't do the other day with my sister. Although, I think we did this one. But I just decided this was a jumping off point to, you know, start negotiations, I guess. Ah, no, more. As I kept telling my sister the other day, more power. And she's like, this isn't home improvement. Well, she said tool time, but I knew what she meant. Because that's what I call it sometimes. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do, because I could get both of them done today, and that's what I want to do. Oh, and I totally doubt that my cousin's gonna watch today, but today is my cousin Brandy's birthday, and I'm saying happy birthday to her. No! Okay. So... No! Why do I think I'm just not gonna get this one? Oh, okay, cool. 6 is better than not getting it. Actually, yeah. No, not that far. Okay, so I am hoping for a best case scenario here. Okay. Yeah, so Ashley's boyfriend has broken up with her, you know, at this point in the storyline. And some of the girls, Paige, Pepper, Brittany, and Chantel, have all taken her to town to the soda fountain to try to cheer her up. And so she says, you know, so Chantel asks her, how are you gonna deal with this? And she goes, I'm gonna dance with him. You know, how are you gonna get back to the point where you can be in the same room with him? And she goes, I'm gonna dance with him. But then he walks in and he's got Karen with him. Karen's the girl that he took out on the date to the movies. And she breaks down, starts crying, and they end up going home again. And I don't remember what happens after that. There we go. Kind of getting that. I'm glad I didn't let go when I did. Dang it. Okay. Let's try this again. Ah! Okay. So I didn't have a rosy outlook on life on playing Pac-Man, but yesterday, but maybe I will. I don't know. We've been playing it every day. I do have I do have one more game that I could play today, but it's like a trivia game. You know, I don't really like playing the skiing game unless I have to, I mean, I do, but I don't. So I like playing it when, I need to work on, oops. You know, when I need to work on getting those 8 Game Pass games done, but I don't like playing it like a everyday thing. So I found out that me and what the heck? I found out that me and Pepsi mix, except for that, you know, mix a lot better than Coca-Cola, because Coca-Cola doesn't give me that, you know, kind of yucky tummy feeling. I mean, Pepsi doesn't give me that, you know, yucky tummy feeling that Coca-Cola does. And I got wild cherry Pepsi. Ew! Fine. I don't think I was anywhere near 12, but okay. Because when it's 12, it gives you 2 strokes. And... you know, except for that, I would definitely... I don't think I would be able to do it in one sitting. I would kind of like to do Space Mountain on Sunday. You know, today's Friday. Oh, speaking of that, okay, so I ordered one of my books. You know, because I want to be able to go and take the new, I want to go and get myself a copy of the new cover for, I think it's Hard Times is what I ordered. So I want to get, you know, or I wanted to get me a copy of the new cover, and that took all of my money, which sucked, but, yeah, because I was only able to get one. So it took all of my money, but I did get it ordered. But so far, it's like they haven't taken the money out yet. It's weird. Okay. It's weird, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the other copy because my sister's already got that book. So it's like I could give, what? Could give it to my sister-in-law or my daughter for Christmas. I don't know. Or, if the library will let me, I could donate it to the library. Tell them it's a local author. You know, a book by a local author, and, oh, I don't like this one. I really don't like this one. See, that is why I don't like this one. Ooh, too much, too much, too much. Okay, so that's in the safe zone. So I'm not going to get the best score, but... hey, 8 out of 6. That's pretty good. It's only 2 over. Devil Ducky Floaty. I will not be using that. Thank you. Like I said, I thought I did Volcano. I don't know. But, but I was trying to do the ones that I hadn't done with my sister so we could just, you know, finish out the... finish out the list. And... so far, it has not worked. I'm like, excuse me, you're supposed to actually go in the hole. No, that didn't work. Okay, oh. Dang. I didn't do that bad the last time I did that. Ooh, that worked really well. Not. Okay. Really? Oh well. Okay. And you don't go that way because that's a dead end. You go this way. No! Okay. Let's go this way. And... No! Whatever I'm doing gets me in the grass. Oh, yeah, that would be a good one. Par. I finally got par. Oh, more. So, I wasn't going to share this, but then, you know, I'm like really upset about it. Okay, so, one of the families I watch on YouTube, and, Chase and Millie's, you know, people, they found a cat in the cat cemetery because, somebody had abandoned her. Well, it turned out that the reason why she got abandoned is because she got pregnant with babies. And I don't know if, like, the original cat parents didn't know what to do with all those babies and got freaked, or if they knew that she had medical problems, because she was only 6 pounds with the babies in there. And she doesn't look like a small cat, you know, she doesn't really look like a small tiny cat, although I guess Coral wouldn't have looked like a small tiny cat either, but you know, she doesn't look like the small tiny cat that they were describing, but I guess she is. Anyway, she was supposed to be having 7 babies, but the kitty doctors decided that if she had tried to have all the 6 babies, you know, there would have been problems. So they took out the 6 babies and then spayed her, and the way that Chase's mom was talking was like the kittens wouldn't have survived anyway, but still, you know, that's like up to God to decide, you know. What if that would have been the next kitty president, or I don't know. Okay, what if that would have been the next kitty personality on TV? Or, you know, since kitty cats, you know, what if that would have been the next YouTube sensation, you know? I don't know, but anyway, it's like, you know, they were, trying to get her to her, they were trying to get her spayed so she couldn't have kittens anymore, and it's like, you wait until after the pregnancy. Oops. I think I went the long way. Or possibly the wrong way. Anyway. Just kind of sucks. Because I know that Coral, our cat, she like kind of went through a big sense of loss in her life because she never got to have kittens. But on the other hand, she, you know, she wouldn't let a boy touch her that way. So, you know, she wouldn't let a boy touch her that way. So, you know, like, I don't understand why she was so upset, but she was more upset that her sister, you know, moved out on us. She had, it was weird because Coral, gray with peach spots. Although when it comes to cats, God comes up with, you know, like, colors that you can only find in yarn. You know, I don't know if you've ever dealt with yarn, but Grandma had some colors that, like, I don't even think were out there in nature. They were just there in yarn. Or at least it sure seemed like it. We used to help her put them in yarn balls And she had some of the weirdest colors. Cool thing is that Grandma could crochet Ninja Turtles and dolls and I can't remember what else. But my brother wanted a crocheted Ninja Turtle, so that's what Grandma came up with for him. And then for me it was a doll. And I don't know if my sister got one or not. But, you know, like whoever got our storage, they're not going to understand the grandma lore on, you know, the dolls. They're just going to see that it's a, you know, they're just going to see that it's a stuffed animal, and they're probably going to think it needs to go away because, you know, it could have bugs or something. There wasn't a whole lot in our storage to, you know, like, you know how, like, they have storage wars? I don't think there was a whole lot in that storage to storage wars. I think the most expensive thing in there, and that was at one point in time. Yeah. And that was at one point in time, is the, I'm assuming 1980s He-Man play set. Because at one point in time, it was worth $2,000. But my husband wasn't willing to part with it when it was $2,000. Then all of a sudden it went down to like $500 or something like that. Even that would have helped. Oh, speaking of my husband, we are having a slight disagreement on something. And it's not whether or not to get the things. It's whether, you know, this one should be first or that one should be first. And I'm like, winter's coming. I will not do laundry outside. You know, when I know that I could hurt myself very badly just by stepping out of the house. You know, because I don't know if you are aware, but with snow comes ice. And that's the part that I do not want to do laundry, or I cannot do laundry in the winter with all that ice. And they will not let us put up anything, the HOA will not let us put up anything to save our lives so we don't slip on that. Because they don't have to deal with it. Okay, and I know that we did Candyland. So I think it's Twilight, Worms, and Pirate that we need to finish. But yeah, she had to go. I wanted to do like the whole set and then she could go. But she had to go. Because it was like dinner time or was it bedtime? Yeah, I think it was dinner time. And she hadn't had dinner and we hadn't had dinner. And anyway, so we stopped for dinner and never got back on. Yeah! That was a miracle and a half. Okay, just a sec. I'm trying to put my footrest up. Okay. You all are like, it's your time frame. So I was kind of disappointed. I was just remembering, there was a episode of Full House, and I probably really shouldn't be disappointed, but there was an episode of Full House where they were gonna go to a Halloween party, I guess for Danny's work or something like that, and they didn't show the Halloween party. And, like, I was kind of disappointed because I'm, like, all into holidays. Even if it's just, Halloween, because Halloween's not a big holiday. It's just, we dress up and there we go. We dress up and then, go to people's doors and try to get candy, Speaking of that, we are giving away full-size candy bars at our house. We like the deal at Costco where you get the, we usually like the one where you get the, it's 2 different kinds of M&Ms and I think 3 Musketeers. I think Snickers and then Starburst and something. But they didn't have that this year. They just had the the Hershey products. So I thought that was weird. So it's got, Reese's peanut butter cups, milk chocolate Hershey bar, and the milk chocolate Hershey bar with the almonds. I didn't used to like almonds, and Eagle! Awesome. Thank you, God. Anyway, I didn't used to like almonds, and I probably still don't like these almonds. Because, I like the shredded ones in... Shredded? I don't know if shredded's quite the right word, but... sliced. Yeah. I think sliced is more what I was trying to think of. That's awesome. I got par. Anyway, like sliced and anyway, so I don't know if I'm gonna like those, but I think my husband likes almonds, so okay. Anyway, I think my husband likes almonds, so I don't have to worry about that too much, I hope. But anyway, we got some good candy this year. But it's all Hershey. And the only reason why I'm having a problem with that's Hershey is because the one year we were hired by our company to put the Halloween candy out on the shelf. The only thing is that that year Hershey was doing, had their own vendors. And the big problem with that was that they went and pulled their product and brought it Eagle. Awesome. Anyway, they were bringing their product to the front, and we were trying to represent all of the different kinds of candies. Technically we weren't supposed to do that, but we were trying to make sure everybody had a voice, even those little, like gummy candies, and we would try to have one at least one box for each. Oops. Okay, let's not do that again. At least one box for each kind of candy that there was. And we actually made mention on our on our paperwork that Hershey was being like that. And it was really funny because the Hershey guy lied to us to our face. And so we didn't do that. Theirs was a guy-girl team just like we were. The only difference is I don't think they were married. Well, and in my case, they were taller. Yeah, that way. Not that much. More than that. Almost perfect. If that pole hadn't been in the way, we've been fine. Par! I don't know, sometimes when I say par like that, I think of charge it on the Flintstones. If you don't remember, it was when when Wilma, sorry, Wilma, when Wilma and her best friend and neighbor Betty, were gonna charge whatever they bought at the store. Really? I was gonna say, I can't get to stick for anything. I don't like this one. It makes me seasick. I got dang lucky. Okay, so that's Twilight. The worms and then the deep. I don't like worms. Why is it called worms? Car. Oh, 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 oh! No! Five? I thought it was illegal to call before then. I mean, then. So, my husband got a bunch of spam calls today. 25 of them. Spam calls. You know, the ones, hey, your state's updated the Medicare. Final expense. You know, all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure that it is illegal to call at 5 o'clock in the freaking morning. No. If it was illegal to spam call people, they wouldn't be allowed to do it at all, and we'd be able to turn them in and be suing people's butts off for realios and or you get somebody else entirely. Anyway, the cool thing is that he starts a new job on Monday. I'm hoping he does really good at it. And I'm hoping... I have no idea where the hole is. I'm hoping that, oh, okay. It's over there. Because of the pole. Why are you calling it the Ducky Wars? It's called worms. No! Oh, bogey. What free car? Okay, so I don't know if I qualify. I probably do, but I don't know. But there is supposedly a new car, new free car on GTA. I only say supposedly because I didn't see the email. What? Benefactor Krieger for free. Hey, I got whooshed off into the ocean. That... until I fell. Until I fell. That was exactly what I was trying to do. Yeah, it has decided. Yes. That's beyond Frustration Nation. Got shoved off into the rocks. Okay, you can barely see it, but there's a corridor over here. Yeah, these are trenches, but, you know, there's a... Fine. Way to, you know, there's way to go over here. Still don't see the hole. Nope, I don't. Okay, there we go. Oh, a $3 million car for free. making this up as I go along. I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, okay, right there. Comes under the heading of good guess. Might come under the heading of excellent guess. Oh, the sheep. The sheep! That do stuff like that. Oh, dumb. Okay, and then I need to... Oh no. That sheep's got the zoomies. Well, that was rude. Really? $11. I only got 6 over par. Yeah. That was dumb. I'm just guessing here that this one's quickly going to turn into how many times can I mess up in one video? I really don't see where I'm supposed to go. Unless I'm supposed to go over there. Oh. Not there. Over there! I don't like this one. Yay! Okay. Yeah, how are you supposed to do this in part 5? I think there's an Xbox achievement for getting all the original golf worlds in par. Hey. Why don't I remember that hole? Yeah. Got another one of those spam calls. And the moment he said, the moment they said Medicare, he's like, nope, I'm done. Oh, I was going backwards. No, it doesn't. No, going forwards. No, but... Ah, there we go. Okay. I have no idea. I was supposed to get that and... No! There's the hole right there. I don't like this one. This is why I do not play this. Like, ever. Every once in a while I'm like, you know what? Let's try it. That didn't work. Okay. I missed. You need to be able to get the second one at the very least. Okay. Well, fine. And then I think it's that way. Yes. Oh, we need to land in the middle. A little more oomph. Yeah. Then we had an invisible barrier problem. What is it with, like, all the games having invisible barriers all of a sudden? That was 11, not 12. Okay. We don't want to do it that way. Super sheep, super sheep. Where am I going? Okay. Alright. No, not that far. This reminds me of MASH. They're trying to fix people up and bombs falling all over the place. You know, I have a solution for their problem, though. It should have built everything underground. It's a dumb solution, though. Square candy. Is it square candy that looks round? Only people who've actually read the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory book will understand. Or was that on the movie too? Johnny Depp. I don't remember. Good question. But it wasn't square candies that happen to look like they are round. It was square candies that look around the room. That is not fair. Hard. Par. Par. Oh no. Unless a miracle happens, I'm not getting par. Got a bogey. Hole in one. Trumps my bogey. In fact, I got 1 under par, I think. No! Okay, now we're 1 over par. I could have drug this out even longer and, added pretend other people. But okay, so if I do that, add, pretend other people, because we don't have that many people in the house. We have me and my husband, that's it. I think we'll do that on, Forest. Dang it. Yeah, you may be thinking that I'm not even trying, but I am. Dang! Feels like I'm not. Oh. So if you bounce it off the jellyfish decoration, you might be able to get it a lot sooner. Okay. If you can line it up right. Which I could not. Oh. More power. But not too much. More power again. There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say, and then the hole's over here somewhere. Sabrina called yesterday. All the lovely names in the world. Why would Sabrina call yesterday and today? And it's droid Sabrina. It's not, like a real actual Sabrina. No. Yes! Good fish. Bogey. But the fish kept me from going too far. Usually I don't like those fish. Usually I hate those fish. I know it's not nice to hate anything, but yeah, usually I hate those fish. They're as bad as the poodles on GTA. No, because You know, if you get all 3 animals, it's a lot better than only get 2 of them. So yesterday, I was trying to get a picture of the chicken hawk, and it was not letting me. And then all of a sudden it did. But before that, I got the coyote. I did not want to go off in that direction, thank you. Anyway. You know, so anyway, I finally got... I finally got the, I got a set of 3 coyotes. Even better, you know. Got a pack of coyotes. Okay. Well, it's a wolf pack. I don't know if it's a pack of coyotes. I don't know. Thank you, finally. Woohoo. Now I just gotta land it in the hole. Okay. Of course, I don't know why, but that reminded me of Blue Ball Go Down to Hole on Tiny Toon Adventures. Tiny Toon Adventures. Animaniacs was Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. Or Baby Looney Tunes. I don't know, watched all those. But I know it wasn't, Animaniacs. So it was either Tiny Toon Adventures or Baby Looney Tunes. But anyway, it was Daffy Duck, and he's there with his mom, and he had this ball, and he put it in the potty and flushed the toilet, and it was Blue Ball Go Down the Hole. I guess not the most streaming friendly idea I've had, you know, to tell you a story about, but that's what happened. Birdie! So I've got 81 out of the 64. Yay, me. Okay. Now... Dang it. Yeah. And it's off in this direction. But don't hit the treasure. It's the forbidden treasure. No, I'm kidding. It's just that it's out of bounds. That's not too bad. I got 24 over. Yeah, we just did that. Okay, so we will do this. And RB. Just this once. Player 11 is starting. Player 11 is going to be Hayden. No! Okay, player 12 is gonna be Morgan. And I know better. Player 3. It's gonna be Ashley. I thought your role was answer it just in case it's the boss. Sean. Chantel. Jesse. I said Paige. Pepper. And Brittany. So then there's Oliver. Raphael. Back to Hayden. So close. Messed up. Okay. Thanks to me having to be one. Oh. That was dumb. Thanks to me having to be one of them, the only one who doesn't get her man is Brittany. Brittany's boyfriend is Nate. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. 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 Dang it. Well, they're from US Auto Care. They're just not going to be willing to help us. Usually they want your car to be 20 years or newer. There's 24. Ah! I just decided to speed up the process. Ew, I really did me wrong. Car. Car. Oh, no, it wasn't me. Okay. It said powered author. Maybe it said somebody else. Oh, Raphael. Car. Car the hard way. Car a different hard way. Car. Okay. If this was Dreamlight Valley, it would be Squirrel Cam. You know, because the squirrels are so small. You know, they're supposed to be. They're so small that you can barely see them. I mean, you know, like, if you're looking from a, walking around view, you, like, can't see them. Now it's a shootout between, well, you can, but it's harder. Shootout between Oliver and Raphael. Raphael, last place. Pepper is keeping a solid lead on the competition here. Hold on. Hold on. Oh. That was dumb. Not enough oomph. Hole one. Hole one. Hello.
Hey, this is Daniel from National Tax Advisors. I'm reaching...
Obviously, I wasn't interested in that call. Hole one. Hole one. Hole one. Hole one. Well, hole two, I mean. There. Oh. Yeah, forgot about Sean. Yeah, Pepper is keeping a solid lead. Wow. Hole one. Hole one. Went off in the left field. Okay, I didn't change it at all. Really? Okay. It's gonna say a shootout between me and Pepper. Surprised I'm not further down the list. Okay, that's too much. That's too little. It's not what I meant! It wouldn't let me go where I wanted to. Oh, that's too little. Hey, look, I got one on the green. Jesse. That's not enough. Okay. Hey, she got a hole in one. Hole in one. No! Oh, that's what. It's up and down, not, Of course, I can't get anything good. Stupid pole. Oh! I think that's the second time I've done that to Morgan. Stupid pole again. Oh, I'm getting worse. Okay. No, that's too much. Ah. What the heck? Well, Ashley isn't doing so good this round. Now, Paige is up and Pepper's number 4. Nope. Except for the one that went left field. They're all going to end up down here. Or right field. Not left field. The term is left field, but... Dang it. No! Does not help when you don't give it enough oomph to do the job. Yes! So, Raphael is Italian, and Oliver is from New York. We didn't establish where Brittany's from. Sean and Jesse have Russian in the genes somewhere on their dad's side. And something else on their their mom's side. They're pretty much from America. Last known location was Colorado. I've never been to Colorado. I hear it's nice. And there was lots of things to do where they were. My aunt and her family lived, but I've never been there. So, Yeah, well, we're on hold. I have no idea. Hey. I should have set it up for less holes. No! So close and yet so far. For a few seconds there, I thought it was gonna be that, my ball didn't, that my ball didn't go in the hole. And that it was gonna be so close, yet so far. But closer. Oh, Pepper got up in the ranks. Oops, that's not where I won that. That's definitely not where I wanted that. Oliver, you hit your ball too hard. That's where I wanted that, but I wanted it to go in the hole. Oh. Well. Yeah, one Chantel to at least go on the green. So that's what I wanted. And earlier, that was Sabrina. Hole in one, the hard way. That was dangerous. Almost hit the windmill part of it. Par. Par. Chantel, you just got the worst luck. Poor Chantal got a bogey. Everybody else got 1s or 2s. Yeah, if you hit your ball at the wrong time. Of course it's gonna happen. No. Oh, that was dumb. Maybe not as dumb as I thought it was. Oh, Pirate, Raphael, Morgan, and whoever that was. That's Paige. Pepper. Hayden. Birdie. Aw. If the pole hadn't been there. Ah! That wasn't even the pole's fault. That time. So close. car. Hello? No. Her name was what? Okay, so she said her name was Samantha, but I did not hear the I just heard the Mantha. Oh, weird. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, poor Sean. He had the worst luck. Has the worst luck. Has this time. Okay, we got 8 more to go because we're on 11. So in that one spot, there was a whole bunch of golf balls piled up. It looked like a foreign language. Car! Oh, if I had given it more oomph, I might have actually gotten it over there. Anyway. No! If I wanted the ball over here, I would have left it over here. How'd that work? So, all except for me are characters in my story. Hayden is Ashley's father. We don't call him father, though. She calls him daddy. But anyway, and we definitely do not call Morgan her mother, but, you know, she calls her mom. Anyway, dang. And then, Sean is, you know, for Paige is holding a solid lead now. For the book I'm working on right now, Sean's the old boyfriend. The ex-boyfriend, not old. Ex. Okay, Brittany, Oliver, Pepper, Jesse, Chantel, Sean, Sean, that is not your girl. Okay, father and daughter. There you go. Oh, Chantel is Ashley's sister. Dang. Raphael's Pepper's boyfriend. Oliver is Paige's boyfriend, girlfriend. Wait, Oliver is Paige's boyfriend, yeah. That. I haven't had breakfast yet. We'll blame it on that. Nope. I knew that wasn't going to work, but I tried it anyway. Okay, why was I sitting here and then all of a sudden Burmese mountain dog popped into my head? We've never had a Burmese mountain dog. That's why I'm like, huh? I just like the name. And nobody on any of my videos owns one either. The one family has like 4 huskies. And what was it, like 4 huskies, I think 3 cats. No! Such bad luck. No! That's almost the same kind of bad luck. Hey, birdie. I was gonna suggest maybe my husband would like to play the game with us. But, oh, I went the wrong way. But he doesn't have it installed for 1, but for 2, it won't let us play GTA. Why would it let us play golf? I've given up trying to categorize because, you know, the GTA game because of the fact that it was GTA 5 online. And then it just kind of went to GTA 5 and or something like that. Anyway. Oh, I went the wrong way again. There we go. Anyways, I think it's changed names a few times, so I've just kind of given up. Okay, that way? Yeah, that way. Yay! Well, kind of that way. Okay, Sean has not made it over the you know, over the barrier yet. Sean will be lucky if he makes it over the barrier. Okay, I don't think that it was very fair, but it left Puzzle up while I was asleep. And it gave me the points. Honey. I thought that was really weird. Okay, will Paige get in first or Sean? When I say get in, I mean you know, who's gonna get in the hole first? I'm guessing Paige. Unless I get dang lucky on this shot right here. Yeah, see? Oh, looks like they got Christmas tree stuff up at Disneyland right now. Huh. You know, Pop's Disney Adventures. Wait, is it Disneyland Adventures or just Disney Adventures? Yeah, Pop's Disney Adventures. Okay. So, okay, not that he's going to, but that sounds like he could, you know, sit there watching The Lion King and, you know, still be all good. Because it's still a Disney adventure. He always goes to Disneyland, though. I think most, if not all, of these are going to get a hole in 2. So I haven't figured out the magic combination to make it be a hole in 1. If you're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe she did this. We're almost done. Birdie. 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 So I got 2 viewers. Hi, viewers. So since we are so close, in the description below, whether you're watching me on Twitch or YouTube, there will be one link for each one of my 6 books. So 6 links, 6 books, yeah. Anyway, and it will take you to Amazon. Hey, Hayden's doing really good now. I'll take you to Amazon, and you know, whichever book you clicked on, that's where it will take you. And my my books are The Rolling Sea Begins Book 1, Pirate's Daughter. The Rolling Sea Begins Book 2, Misfortune. The Rolling Sea Begins Book 3, Hard Times. The Rolling Sea Traitor Book 1, Esperanza's Party. The Rolling Sea Traitor Book 2, The Island. And a separate series entirely, which is a children's book, a children's series called Coral. The series is adopted, and the first book is Coral. If you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. If you're watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. And as soon as we're done here, I will see you in the next stream or video, which will be immediately right after, because we still got some time to fill. I think we're gonna still have some time to fill. If we do, we will play some Pac-Man. If we don't, we might play some Pac-Man anyway, but I don't think so. I don't know. Haven't made that decision yet. I'm kind of feeling let's do Pac-Man because, you know, it's one of the games. I might even throw in some Bible trivia. That's one of the games I have. I keep forgetting that I have it, so that I don't advertise that that's one of the games I play. It's not like, you know, you've got goals and all that stuff. It's just you're trying to answer the questions with the correct answer. But I do like it. Except for that, I think one of the answers is actually not correct on there. Can't remember which one it is either. Okay. No! He got whooshed back. I think Pirate's got a really good chance at, you know, getting over there where the hole is. I do not think that most of the other people do. Jesse's having bad luck. Ashley is kind of having bad luck. Speaking of Ashley, hi to my daughter Ashley. Okay, so I thought, you know, there's only one Ashley on TV, and Ashley Olsen, and you know, at the time, you know, I was thinking Ashley Olsen, you know, she's on Full House, you know, not too many girls are named Ashley. Yeah, then all of a sudden, everybody got like the same idea at the same time. So there's tons of girls named Ashley. So I thought I was playing it safe, you know, and I needed to make sure that, you know, I needed to make sure that, my daughter's name wasn't, Tammy, Michelle, Brandy, Rose, Stephanie, Tina, Violet, Debbie, Robin, Nikki or Monique, Barbara, you know. There's a whole bunch of different names that I could not name my daughter because I didn't want to double up on the name. We already have, okay, I don't remember their exact, I don't remember their exact, names, but it's like Crystal Lee and Crystal Sarah, something like that. Two of my cousins got, you know, the idea to name their daughter Crystal at the same time. Pretty much. I think they're, you know, the daughters are a year apart or something like that. If, you know, if they're even that far apart. I don't know, but I know that one of them, I think it's that one. One of them is like or at least when she was, you know, 3 years old, she was a really good singer and knew like over 1,000 songs. So it's like, I think two of my cousins decided to name their daughter Crystal. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so there was like a whole bunch of names I could not name. Oh, and Cheryl. That's one I forgot. And Ruth. I mean, we got too many Ruths in the family already, so that was definitely not going to be it. And that's one of those names in the Bible, so it just feels like, you know, like an older name. So I wouldn't have used it anyway, but yeah. Yeah, but you know, my idea was that, you know, hardly anybody's named Ashley. She won't have to go through the same thing I did where, well, you know, of course my name's Tina. So, you know, kids were teasing me that I was Tina Turner. And I'm sure they came up with some other stuff. I can't remember what though. But it's kind of funny. Except for when I had a friend who happened to be black in like 3rd grade. You know, I didn't think anything of it. I've always been raised people are people, you know. Doesn't matter what color their skin is, just they're people, you know. So you can make friends. But, you know, this one kid was like, black and white TV. And it's like, okay. They're lucky I wasn't as sassy as I am now. Droid. You know, the thing is that if Medicare does start to call people to tell them that they could get better benefits and all that stuff, then nobody's going to believe them because the scammers have gotten there first. But that's what I'm saying. If Medicare did all of a sudden decide to call people, okay, so Pepper's holding on to 3, and her boyfriend Raphael is now in 1st place. There's supposed to be a way to get it. Oh. A hole in one on here. No. Going down there's okay. Not going in those holes. Hey, even better. I'm getting closer and closer to getting somebody in that specific hole. Okay, Paige, who decided to do it the long way and fell back down again. Oh. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. No! There had to be another hole down there. I'm just saying. Liar. Why did you do that? So why, not what? Okay, Paige, let's see if we can get you up there. Yes. Okay. And we need to get Raphael up there. Oh, yeah. So, okay. Eagle. So, I named, one of my characters Pepper, and I named the other one Paige. Well, at one point in time, I don't know how this happened either, but at one point in time, I mixed up their names. So I had, like, Pepper with Oliver and Raphael with Paige, and I don't know how I did that. Eagle. 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 So I'm back down to one viewer. Aww. Poor Sean. No. I think that's why Brittany was there in the first place. Eagle. Eagle. Shouldn't that have been a birdie? Well, I'll take the eagle. I'm good with that. Poor Raphael. Raphael is just not good at miniature golfing, although he had the lead for a little bit there. Birdie. Birdie. Stay, stay, stay. Good Brittany ball. Yeah, when the voice says, "Hello, are you there?" I like to say, "No, I'm on Mars." I do not know how I'm going to do this. not that way. That's way too far away. But at least I'm over here. Oh. Wrong side. Okay, I'm gonna try something. No, that did not work. This one's annoying. That's what they want you to do, but land over there on the other side. God, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do Pac-Man today. See, that's what you want to do, except for land in the hole. I got robbed. See, like that. I was going to say I don't see that working twice, but I'm going to keep trying. No, the other side. Oh my goodness. Birdie. Birdie, 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 birdie. That'll do. That will definitely do. That'll do. Ish. No. That's bad. Very bad. Okay, Oliver. Because that game is squirrely. So he landed on the planet, and all of a sudden he was back out in space again. On his game. And We don't know why it does squirrely things like that, but it does. Party. Too far. Okay. Dang! They've just got it. They've got it out for Ashley and me. Car. Okay. Well, that was annoying. Of course, this is even more annoying. Trying to get my ball to fall on the right side of the wall. I don't see how you're supposed to get a hole in one on that one. You annoying. Oh, if you give it enough oomph, you might actually be able to get in the hole. Okay. Liz, try to get Ashley. Nope. Poor Pepper got robbed. Poor me got robbed and robbed again. Okay. I'm at least over there. Bogey. That was annoying. Well, that went a little too far. But it'll be okay. That was annoying. Okay. The idea is that we're gonna... No! What was that all about? Okay. That was not fair. I didn't get the angle right. You know it's just gonna be a droid. Why do you keep answering with what? Oh no. What if the answer of no is no, I cannot tell you that? So you don't want to end up at the third. I mean the second. Yeah, the third. You do not want to end up there. You know, because everything else set for, you know, pretty much everything else set for a hole in 2. Yeah, don't want to end up on the wrong side of the conveyor belt thing either, though. No, I wanted the other side for both Paige and Jesse. Raphael. Birdie. Birdie. Pepper. Well, Pepper is probably going to have a problem. There we go. Ashley. I'm gonna play it safe. Hayden is way over here. Yeah, I guess we cannot play Pac-Man today. Unless we play it while we're eating lunch. You're probably asking, how can I do this one? Not very well. Because, I get seasick. I missed. Again, playing it safe. Okay, so I am hungry. Well, maybe we'll do Pac-Man after lunch, you know? After breakfast, lunch, whatever you call it. When you don't eat until after stream and you could get, you know, you could get done at any time between 8 and noon. That's not fair. It's Jesse's turn. You know, like to the tune of Jesse's Girl. Although, in my story's case, if you try to steal Jesse's Girl, he's probably going to beat you up. In fact, actually, in, what was it, no, it might have been Lessons in Love. Well, anyway, one of the books, this guy kind of invited himself to go to the Halloween dance, and, you know, to be Chantel's date, and he was asking for too much, so Jesse taught him why not to do that. Dang! This is Ashley, right? Yeah, Ashley's just having the worst look on this hole. Okay. There. 10, legitimately. Oh. Pepper's still holding 3. But Morgan and Hayden are 1 and 2 now. Oh. Okay. Ah! What the heck? It didn't change the angle. And now Ashley's having bad luck in this hole. So I've gotten 2 characters down here. Raphael and Morgan. Everybody else is... landed behind the thing or something. What the heck? I thought I was going to be like so good on this one because I usually am. Dang it. Raphael. Ah! No! That was bad. Okay, we got Chantel. Got Brittany. Got Hayden. No! Okay, so... And if you don't make it in the hole, you at least want to be in that square. You don't want to do that. Very hard to get out of that. Oh! Dang! Well, we're gonna go over there. Raphael's getting a bad score anyway. Chantel, par. Normally Chantel is spelled with a C, but I was like, you know, when you're spelling Sean, it's Sean, you know, it's S-H-A-W-N. Although it can also be S-E-A-N, and I don't see how that's Sean. But, you know, I don't see how that's Sean either. So anyway, I spelled it with an S. Well, then you get the small problem of certain AI voices cannot say Chantel if it's spelled with an S. Although you got the same problem of certain AI voices cannot say Chantel when it's not spelled that way. You know, when you spell it correctly, they'll say Chantel. Or Chantel. No! Okay, over there is a good spot. You don't ever want the logs to push you like that, but if you do, I mean, if they do, then you want to be able to do it correctly. Finally, Oliver! Oliver's a doctor. Because I was like, you know, somebody needs to... Dang it. Somebody needs to be able to take over when Alan's too old to... You know, when Alan's... not able to do surgery and stuff anymore, you know, somebody's got to take over. So, thought Paige, but, you know, there needs to be another doctor just in case Paige isn't available, you know, like, what if she's got a bad cold or something. And so I decided that there, in New York, they were going to be medical students. But the thing is that they both moved to Ireland to study medical stuff there. That way they've got the on-the-job training with Alan, and then they've also got, you know, school training. No! That's not what I meant. Oh, that'll do. It'll do, pig. It'll do. Except for that the actual quote is, "That'll do, pig." Because he was talking to a pig. It was on the movie Babe. And I do apologize. I have no idea what movie studio made that movie. I just know that we watched it a lot, and then it was just like, I don't don't know if it was like I'm too old to watch that movie, or or if, you know, talking pigs just weren't my thing anymore, or what, but we stopped watching it. Oh, it helps if you press the button. If you pressed the button. No! It is not what I wanted. Okay, so how many people do I have out of the loop here? It's 1. Bad spot for 2. Good spot for 3 if I can. Dang it. Okay. So now I've got 2. Now I've got 2. Now I've got 2. Oh, I just realized what tune I was using. That's not okay. You know, it's like, even though I'm not using the correct words, I think they'll have a cow. Although they shouldn't have a cow, because it's like, I'm not saying that it's my song. It's their song. But they do have a cow. Okay, so Morgan, Pepper, Hayden, Chantel, Jesse, Pirate, Paige, Sean, Raphael, Brittany, Oliver, and Ashley. Oh, hey, Morgan got 46, Pepper got 47, Hayden got 48, Chantel got 49, me and Jesse got 51, Paige got... Oh, man, I was trying to read the whole thing. Bats! That would be totally good for if Halloween is a Thursday. I think it's a Friday, though. Yes, it is. Okay, so, assuming that... Okay, Nevada's weird because Nevada Day is technically Halloween. So October 31st. Well, they usually have Nevada Day on the first available Saturday around it. So anyway, so 1 year Halloween was actually on the day before, and I think they decided that that was a bad thing because they got a lot of pushback for that. But anyway, so this year I'm pretty sure it's on the 31st. The parade will be the first. Halloween is what I was talking about, and it's gonna be on the 31st. Oh my gosh. Anyway, now that we've done with that craziness, I will see you in the next stream or video.